What's up, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you live, whether it's Saturday morning or Sunday afternoon, or what am I leaving out? Sunday afternoon, maybe? Yeah. People are 24 hours ahead, right? Wait, that's only morning. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful week. And here, comic page is already starting with the question. Ask me again in a few minutes, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I got coming soon. Morning, Usef and James. Looks like someone went to the PO. How do you? Dang it, James! Shut up. Good morning. Yep, Melanie, by the way, will be joining me here in a few minutes. She's getting ready. She was going to take our daughter out, but then realized we got to shovel this driveway. Yeah, we got to. By the way, I hope everybody's staying safe. If you're in Cali, we've been praying for you all. I got friends and family out there. And if you're here with the snowstorms, oh my gosh, I hope you're blessed enough to still have electricity. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, man. What's up, Eddie Brock? Dude, I know you were excited for that Agent Ben Omnibus. It's finally coming, man. It's a thicky, too. Hey, Omar, is Patsy Walker Hellcat, Carnage, or Steve Rogers' Cat by Nick Spencer worth reading from 2016? 2016. Cat by Nick Spencer, yeah, it's pretty good. I didn't like it as much as Rick Remender, and I know people have a difference of opinion when it comes to Rick Remender's Cap. I like when a character's taken out of his element, so he takes him to another dimension. I thought that was a cool story. Patsy Walker, honestly, Steve Englehart, I don't know, he really put that character on the map for me, and then of course Kurt Busiek. Good morning. No snow today, finally, dude. It's ice and snow. We got some more yesterday. Morning, everyone. Morning, Lord Omar of the Omni News. Is that what I'm known for? Good morning, Omar, and all my fellow Minties. Omar's the snow. Dude, it snowed hard. Not as bad as this past week, though. This past week was awful, brother. It was ice. So what happens here in Kentucky, we're never ready for the roads. And I'm sure anybody that lives here, like Tina, your driveway was like a foot of compacted ice. There ain't no shoveling that, dude. Watch me, Tina. Wait, I shoveled it the other day after you left. So what happens here is there's ice that comes down, right? Like first it's a little bit of snow. Then there's it freezes over because overnight, and then there's snow on top of that ice, and then another sheet of ice, and then we get more snow, and then people forget how to drive, and that's what ends up happening in the state of Kentucky. The winter weather is just this winter. What, Bruce? You're in Florida, dude. You're like 70 degrees. What are you complaining about? Any news on Golden Age Cap? That I can tell you. No news. No news for Golden Age stuff. Those are far and few in between, and they need some. I think what ends up happening is that they need some big sellers in order to do love projects like that. I don't think they're done. You know, they've surprised us before. We've got a Cap Golden Age 2. We've had the pre-war stuff and the post-war stuff in omnibus format. Yeah. It does get below freezing in Florida. What part of Florida, Roberto Rodriguez? For real, like what part of Florida gets below freezing? Use salt. Illegal in Germany, but dump that stuff out in your truck. It's illegal to use salt? Really? That's crazy. I assume because you all love animals and they get sick if they start eating that stuff up, right? Omar, what do you do with those custom Omnis once the real ones come out? What custom Omnis are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, New Spooky Channel. That's crazy. As I'm pointing to my entire Nightwing custom omnibus format. Usually I have a really good friend of mine that loves comics, gets trade paperbacks. Actually, I have a couple of friends of mine that their kids are also trying to get into comics. So I usually gift them to them because, you know, it's something that was officially released. So I'll pick up the official, like when Nightwing comes out in official, I'll be buying those. But yeah, that's what I end up doing. And somebody was asking me, there was a kid that reached out to me on Instagram, Tina, because of you. He saw us on TikTok. He's like, hey, I'm 16. Can I have an omnibus? It was adorable. And I was like, prove you're 16 years old. How are you going to prove that? Show me your I got the wrong generation too. But it was funny. So what ends up happening is when I have a huge giveaway, I still have a few things. So I have Tina's been to these parties where I have like a big party for my adult friends, but they all have kids and they come in there. I'm like, just pick out some stuff, man. Pick out stuff that your kids would like. I always have to, even no matter how much I'm drinking, always have to make sure like they're not taking out anything like Berserk or anything like that, because I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna be responsible for that. Custom omnis are a felony, and punishment is life in prison and forced reading of trouble. I bet you got lots of friends loving comics. Not just so, dude, I have a lot of friends. Tina's been in my parties like that, where my friends just walk. Tina knows how Rob is. Rob walked out with like 4 omnis, and I'm like, your kids really all like reading all those amazing Spider-Man omnis? He's like, yeah, man. Omar asking kids to prove. I know people are gonna take that out of context. You just wanted a free omnibus. It is in the 60s here. I'm freezing. I hate you, Bruce. Good morning from Arizona. I hope everyone's doing well. Hey, kids. Here's the Watchmen compact comic. Yeah, those are great if you have good eyesight. Not for me. And I know definitely not for Bruce. Why would you use salt on... Oh, you're talking to Bunk. Use mustard. Everyone knows that. Love from Mexico. Those omnis are not for Rob's kids. It's for Yachts. I have a feeling that's okay. He's got 3 kids. I'm sure one of them is going to read them. Omar Streets is saying that Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky Omnibus Volume 2 is out of print in some places. Do you think we'll get a restock? Let me check. I think they're probably talking about the direct market cover, right? I can't imagine that one's right now. They're focusing on so many new things. By the way, I got some cool things coming to announce. Let me ask. I will ask while I got somebody on. Hey, child, here's Garth Ennis's Cross for you. Yeah, no, and see, like I have to check that stuff. Hey, Omar, can we expect another Dread Case Files overview? Oh my gosh, yes. I've actually been working with Dom. We're meeting today to talk about videos that I want to do. Like I love, doing overviews of books and when publishers send me things and, showing the love and showcasing these books, giving them the time and their due. But there's also things that I miss doing on the channel, like reading orders or where to start reading or hidden gems and reading Judge Dredd. And we're meeting to kind of take a load off my schedule a little bit so I can start doing those kind of things again. So yes, both covers for real are out of print. Don't you know that all your audience are 12 years? Yeah, all right. Nice try, John. And they all love Iron Man, huh? Hey, Kane, how you doing? Hey, little man, want to read Avengers Story, The Crossing? You dang right. I'm going to introduce him to The Crossing. Just wait till that book gets reprinted one day, because I know it's been out of print and no one ever asks for it or votes for it. I'm in Tampa and it can get to the 40s and freezing temperatures at night. And I'm expecting the HVAC guy this morning. Hopefully he doesn't financially assault me. Oh man, good luck, brother. How do we thumbs down Bruce? Because he's living in the 60s. Yeah, I know. Hey, Dana, how you doing? We've got snow here too. I also got my first DC Finest volume, Supergirl. I really dig the format, and it gives me hope for more Silver Age collections. I really do think that is the way they're going to start collecting a lot of these missing eras. I think DC Finest has been pretty successful for them. I don't know, like, if it's a big hit, big hit. I would like to think that it's a big hit and they're continuing them, but it doesn't look like they're slowing down. Omar, with characters overall, omnis, do you think... Oh, which covers do I think are great? Oh, man. That's a tough one. I thought about making my favorite Omni covers video. Like every year for my birthday, I think about something. Like last year was my favorite cover. No, 2 years ago, I did my favorite 45 covers because I was turning 45 or something. I can't remember. Last year when I was turning 46, I did my favorite Wolverine fights. And this year, it's right there, baby. Could you bring the box opener too, Cutter? It's like over there. But and then this year I was thinking about doing my favorite Omni covers, because that's a really good question. I really like that. I like one of my favorite ones is the direct market, one of the direct market covers to the Gwen. What is it? The Spider-Gwen Omnibus Volume 2. It's the one by Ian Hugh Cleet. That thing is killer, dude. That thing is awesome. Omar, do you need to do videos on old comic runs and story arcs? deep dives into them. Oh, I need to. Okay. Old. What's old to you? The Golden Age?
It's right there.
Did I bring it already? Oh, your drink.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
My X-Force only once stopped moving from FedEx 2 weeks ago. Now I'm going back and forth with them trying to get some kind of resolution. My Amalgam Omnibus is out there since December. It's the week of Christmas. And right now, the last update was January 7th, saying it's delayed due to weather conditions. Yeah, first I think it was the Kentucky storm that we got, and then of course Christmas time, and then I think it's the wildfires in California because it's coming from California. So I hope you get your stuff soon, man.
Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or evening. Are we centered? Okay, cool.
We are centered.
Did you get all the super chats?
Not yet. I was answering some questions. Like I got Bruce's because he was just saying how great it is.
Do you have Lake?
Because he's 60s, but I did not get Lake.
It's 60s here. Phrase it, Bruce.
That's somebody said, can I downvote Bruce? Can you recommend any good space operas?
Ooh.
I don't know if you've heard. There's this. Thank you for the super chat, by the way.
What about?
There's this unknown series called. Oh gosh, what is it called? In Spanish, it's called Guerra de las Estrellas, and I think in American that translates to Star Wars. That's a pretty cool, like, unknown space opera. That was a long joke for you not to even crack a smile.
Huh? Oh, well, I wasn't really paying attention.
What?
Thank you for saying hello, everybody.
All right. A lot of unknown ones are like Space Mullet. I think Space Mullet is great.
Once a month, you're not funny. So that was your once a month.
Guerra de las Galaxias en español. No. En Perú era Guerra de las Estrellas. Arturo. Never heard. You guys never heard of Star Wars? Okay. Eres un diablo guapo. Do you know what that means?
You're a handsome devil.
Oh, well, you got that one. Let's see.
Scott saying Starstruck by Kaluta and
yeah, that's a good one. Sentient is an excellent space opera. If you like a little bit of horror in your space operas, if you like superheroes, believe it or not, what I had the most fun reading this last, I think it was November or December, was the Venom Space Knight story.
And
then, of course, the greatest space opera, the Incal, that leads
Project
into the
Bike
Metabarons.
Yes, that's what.
My man, Metabarons, man. I will say the European style of writing is a lot different than American style writing, but oh my gosh, you go Techno Priest. Like every bit of Incal is just beautiful in its own way. Yeah. I think that's where you want to go if you haven't read it.
Okay,
so Star Wars.
Shoot.
I hope that guy didn't leave as soon as I said Star Wars.
Like said Star what?
Hi, with Judah's contract coming out soon in DC Finance, can you tell why you love it so much? I've never read it, and I keep going back and forth. My wallet depends on your reviews a lot. Oh, David,
ooh.
That's putting me in the corner, man. I never tell people what to buy. Okay, why do I like the Judah's contract? Because it's my favorite character at DC Comics that gets to grow up. Not a lot of characters grow up in comic books, right? Any character that has ever tried, if you look at Generation X, and Peter and I had a good conversation about how characters are just kind of stuck in the one role, right? We thought Dick Grayson was forever going to be Robin. And then he came back as Nightwing in that story arc with Jericho to take, the betrayal and the just down low dirtiness of Deathstroke to take down these kids. Man, it's good. And then, of course, the death. Yeah, I don't want to ruin it if you haven't read it. And the big seller is the beautiful artwork by George Perez. It's absolutely stunning. Dude, that's one of my most wanted absolutes, the DC Twilight. I didn't think anybody remembered that series, the Howard Chaykin one, right? What's my favorite Star Wars non-movie story?
You like the Darth Vader run, right?
Yeah, the Ewok Adventure Caravan of the very first one. Like, I have a soft spot in my heart for the Ewok movies. I think I think people regard them as the worst things, but the honest answer is Andor. Andor is freaking perfect, man. I cannot wait for season 2. Yes, you're the one that asked, right, Lake? Okay, yeah. Oh, dude, go and read some of that European stuff, man. If you haven't, try out. Incal is the first one to read, and it's got beautiful artwork by Mobius too. But if you love it, you will go down that dirty path of trying to find these out of print books.
Dirty.
Your wallet's gonna hate you.
Assuming the content page size is the same, do you prefer one big Omni or a slipcase box set?
Big Omni. Yeah. Hey Omar, what Omni covers would you have used a different picture for? I think Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider Volume 2, should have used the cover to the Midnight Suns Unlimited. One of my favorite ones. Oh, mine, you're not gonna like mine, dude. Because I was always partial to the Spirits of Venom, and I think it comes from the Spirits of Vengeance issue number 6, that crossover. It's the one where he's hanging upside down, but it's got that liquid color.
There we go.
Oh, dude, that is killer. I don't think most people would go, especially when you're thinking of Ghost Rider. Nobody wants a Venom cover, right? I just received my copy of New Mutants. Oh, you found it, Graham. Where did you get it, buddy?
Do you think the first Thunderbolts Omni will get a reprint, or should I just buy the collections?
Oh, brother. I actually know that they didn't sell that well. So I think it'll be a while before we get a reprint. All right, let me make sure that
Madrox Multi. Yes, I read Twilight based on your video. I was like, this is so
dude, it's so good, right?
Oh, wait, not Twilight. I thought it was okay.
No, not the books, like the Twilight. Omar announced Age of Anonymous. I know he's going to announce Aliens versus Predators for sure. I really want to, man. Battle for Endor. Yeah, dude. Okay.
I remember when Luke Skywalker teamed up with Miss Piggy.
The Christmas special?
Like the dirty.
Yes.
eBay. That's where Graham got it.
Okay. Well, you got to do what you got to do, man. Yeah. Don't get into European space operas. I need more Omni recommendations like Immortal Hulk, so I'm addicted right now. Oh, do you like modern stuff more, Eric, or do you like classic stuff?
How are you doing, Torsten?
Or is it Age of Anonymous? Yeah, I know Torsten was really happy about that too. It made me happy. And she knows how long I was on the phone fighting for that book, and a couple of other books that I'll get to announce, and how great these announcements are going to be for people. And I know it's not necessarily my jam, but I'm excited for people that have been asking about a lot of things, and and getting to announce them is a privilege. It's been wonderful. Writer Len Kaminsky is going through hard times. What's going on? His Iron Man run in the 90s is legendary. It would help if it's collected in an omnibus series. It has modular armor from the MVC. Well, yeah, he did a huge run on Iron Man. What's going on with Len? Is it health, or is it the fires? I just saw, who was it? They lost their entire house. It was, oh gosh, I can't even remember now. It was a comic book writer and artist.
Thoughts on Saladin Ahmed's Miles Morales run? Is Ahmed a good writer in your opinion? I've heard mixed things.
I liked half of it. I liked the first half. The second half was okay. So for me, as far as Miles is concerned, I think Omnibus 1 is the best one, when he was still with the Ultimate Universe. After that is Omnibus 2, then the Saladin Ahmed. Yeah.
Hot Pizza 33.
La Perra de Callao? That's where my dad was born. Any news on a reprint of D.D. McKay? Trade paperback getting reprinted before I read Chip Zdarsky Omni 1. I need to get that.
Any news on it?
No news. I actually need to email them about that, because we've been talking about hardcovers and epics and omnis. I forget about trade paperbacks that are out of print too. Thank you for reminding me.
Do you envision Blue and Gold being a continuous label for future omnis, or just a one-off to combine Bishop's Crossing?
I think they got the idea that, hey, I think we should keep going with this. I will say it's going to get confusing, because they will never, ever let like Chris Claremont and Jim Lee's Omnis 1 and 2 go out of print. Like, they will be reprinted again, right? Because they know those are big names and people will buy them based on the names. So, yeah. Wait, Hamza, where you been?
You said late or sleeping in.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to film it tomorrow. That's the game plan tomorrow. And oh, Eddie, you're a fan of Jeff? Has he ever let you down? I'll tell you when he let me down, and it's not his fault.
Well, then he didn't really let you down.
Well, Eddie's talking about great stories, but okay. I'm not a big fan of his art. I know people love his art. I'm still not a fan. I've grown accustomed to it. Like I'm fine with it. His Extraordinary X-Men. Oh,
What was that?
that was the weird era of X-Men. That was like the Extraordinary X-Men, and then you had the Dennis Hopeless X-Men, and then you had the Cohen Bun stuff. I don't think people even remember. It was short-lived. There's only like 4 trade paperbacks. There was one crossover, which is the Apocalypse crossover. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. But then again, it's so hard to write X-Men, right? So Claremont Lee 1 and 2 or Blue and Gold. Oh, which way would I go about it if I was starting from scratch? Blue and Gold, because that's the one that's going to be available. I don't know when Claremont Lee 1 and 2 are going to be reprinted. I'm sure they will be one day. They're big sellers.
Looking forward to the Marvel 2-in-1 epic coming out soon. I'm wondering if you think we might see Marvel team up epics at some point.
We need them, right? How have we not had those? That's so weird. We've had a lot of masterworks. There was in an accident that left him in a wheelchair and left him in a crooked care center. He used up his insurance coverage and drained his bank account. There was a GoFundMe a while back. Oh man, I hate to hear that. Yeah, I like this Iron Man. I hate to hear that for anybody.
Having his work collected, does he get any of the money though?
Yeah, so I think they get like it's, I don't know, depending on his contract. If he created any of the characters within the book, yeah, he would, like, if it has his name on it, I think he gets it's a significantly small portion, but still it's more than here's Iron Man volume 20, you know.
Good morning, Omar, Melanie. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Happy to see you both. Thanks, you too, Matt. Okay.
I want to make sure what it's called. Wait, did you say the GoFundMe, like, it's over?
It just said a while back.
Okay.
Mark Waid, Ed Brubaker, and Jeff Lemire, 3 great writers who just didn't click on X-Men. There's
Yes.
something about my favorite writers and my favorite characters that don't mix, I guess.
I feel the same way. I think it's really difficult to write for X-Men because, you know, you've got all this history, plus you've got the editors that are going to change, you know, your stories up. Was during the dark times. Give me a second, baby.
Okay, sure.
I need coffee.
I feel the same way. Like, I think an issue I have is that all the decisions I have to make have equal weight, and therefore I'm constantly stressed because no matter if it's just a small thing I have to decide, like I feel like it's the end of the world if I make the wrong decision. Wow, I just added a lot of drama to your comment. But that's okay.
I don't think that's what he meant.
It's crazy. I don't think any of Pierre David Omnis are printed since that Hulk reading order. Or am I misremembering? I am old. Lol.
Oh, yeah. There was no Hulk. It's crazy, dude.
He created the War Machine armor for Rhodey.
That's what I thought.
And
okay.
Yeah, it's over.
Dang it. I wish I had known. You can go on.
Okay. All right, John, thank you for the super chat.
Grass Cutter. I can't include Grass Cutter.
Top 5 Usagi Yojimbo stories excluding who's Grass Cutter?
That's one of the story arcs.
Oh. So I guess one of the best ones then.
It is. I actually have a special place in my heart for In Space. It's a good one. The Duel. A Promised in Snow. Is it Ice and Snow? Is that the one that was the one that was published at Dark Horse? I like the first Ninja Turtles crossover, the one that Stan Sakai did. That one's solid. What is that first story called?
We won't talk for 5 minutes. We'll just stare while you go get your coffee.
Yes, please go get your coffee because I'm trying to think of what the first story arc was called from the Dark Horse era, not the Fantagraphics era. Is it Yokai?
Here, while you're thinking, I'm going to sing Happy Birthday.
Samurai or Homecoming, one of those two then. I cannot think of the first freaking Dark Horse what the first one is called. Sorry.
Happy birthday to
Oh, it's your
you.
first.
Happy birthday to
Can't even
you.
say it.
Happy birthday tomorrow, dear the transcendent Travis. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Happy
Yay, what
birthday,
you gonna
man.
do?
Happy 45th. What did I do?
What did you do for your 45th? Okay.
I probably had I did. I had a huge party. And had friends over. I also released a video of my top 45 covers of all time. I think I cheated. I made him 46 because I was born in 1978. So I chose it. Because I went year by year. I'm like, this is my favorite cover from 1978. My room tour is being filmed in January, so it will be out sometime in February. Happy Saturday, everyone. Wanted to pop in before we go to the library with the kids. Thoughts on Ron
Yay.
V and Mike Perkins' Swamp Thing? I thought the first arc was underwhelming, but I plan to continue it. Yeah, I dig it. It's good. It's a little bit of a slow burn. I feel like the same about his Detective Comics, too.
I didn't know those were a thing. AR glasses?
What?
To solve assignments? Nope.
What's AR glasses?
Yeah, I didn't know that was
we
a thing.
living in the
Thanks for the
future
heads
where
up.
people can have glasses?
Where people can have glasses. Whoa.
Oh, dang it.
No,
Did I answer that gentleman's question about what books he should read if he liked Immortal Hulk? Because I went on a whole tangent about something else, I think. Are you a fan of Hulk? I hope you're still on. Are you a fan of Hulk, or do you just like modern comics? Thank you, Doug. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Many happy returns, Travis, and welcome to the augmented reality. That would be so weird, dude. Like,
but then again, they would have to care enough to cheat.
Wait, what is Juso saying? Hi, Ami. Been a while since I last time I could join you live. How are you doing?
Oh, good.
Doing okay, buddy. How are you?
Okay. There. Oh, I started. Wait, let me go to the stars. Nope, I didn't. Okay.
Okay.
What comic creator would each of you want to work on a Berserk story? What?
You go with Daniel Warren Johnson, probably.
No, my first reaction was nobody. But then again, I'm going to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed when it comes out in collected edition. I'll cross all my fingers. That's a good answer. That's a good answer because
I'm just thinking of a
kind of like nobody.
Manly, over the top, like.
But yeah, that is.
That's tough, dude. Like, I don't think anybody's worthy of writing it.
But like I said, we haven't read since
it comes out in March.
Away. Yeah, because it hasn't been out.
It comes out in March,
and we don't read it digitally.
You know, if I could pick anybody, but he's no longer with us too, Big John Buscema to draw it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I want Daniel Warren Johnson to.
It's hard
to draw it, but to write.
No, he would be fun to draw it. I think Ryan Otley would be fun to draw it too, but I think somebody like Big John Buscema, writing it would be tough though. Writing it like Larry Hama. That's it. That's all I got, man. Dude, what's up, Kingsport Cow? I gotta leave work early last night because it's snowing. It's butt off here in East Tennessee. Hope you're doing okay.
Yeah,
dude, it's snowing. It's butt off here too, brother. Watching y'all eating pancakes. Two kids. Hope those animals are staying warm, brother. Over the top. Jason's staying over the top Stallone. Thank you, Sean DeSook.
No, because he no. Yeah, Daniel Warren Johnson, not Zdarsky. I know it maybe that would work, but I don't know.
It's hard.
Any announcements this week?
Yes, tomorrow. And if you're on Patreon tonight, and then Tuesday, and if you're on Patreon on Monday. Speaking of Ron V, picked up Dawn Runner. That was awesome. I haven't read that yet. I want to read that. Claremont X-Men and Omnibus reading. That includes the Mutants and Excalibur and Wolverine. Wow, you read a lot. So I have to ask, what was your favorite?
How has Ellen Moore's Swamp Thing not been made into an omnibus yet?
Well, I'll say this much. With DC Comics, this was a question a lot of us have been asking for 20 years. 2024 and 2025 is changing that. I'm pretty sure we'll get that. I don't know if we'll get it in 2025, but I'm pretty sure we'll get that. They're well aware of how well these things sell now. and
Well, thank you
how
for
much
joining
they
us,
have.
MRTNT 4644. That was really hard to
Oh,
say.
Thank you, TNT, Mr. TNT,
Oh.
Mr. TNT. How did you not read that?
MRTNT.
You're an English teacher. Whoa, I love Dawn Runner. If you like the Evangelion, you would dig
I
it.
do. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Well, they're working on the hardcovers now, and that makes sense, right? Those come out. Those are solicited early. They're sneaking some in.
Yes.
Just like Agent Van Omnibus was snuck in, I'm gonna announce some things that are gonna be sneaking in. Very excited to announce some of these things. I don't know when those will. I gotta film them first. They're still choosing the covers, and yeah. Oh man, some exciting things to get to announce.
Partworks Comics Reader. I
Oh, you like the
Yes.
Private Dicks, right?
Yeah. Suburban
Dicks.
Not Private. Suburban Dicks. It was good, and my mama liked it as well. So I told Fabian, my mama liked your book.
He thanked me. He's like, "Wow, Omar, everything I've done for you. Now you're trying to hook me up with Melody's ball."
No. Stop.
I didn't say it. He said it.
What he did?
Yes, and you had the same reaction. He laughed his butt off. So yes, to answer your question,
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Y'all read Suburban Dicks. And there's a second one, isn't there? I'm trying to show my color in my hair, but I haven't read it yet. Who's your favorite comic creator you've got to meet, either for your channel personally? Oh man, me, there's so many. But the question's for you. I'm just kidding.
I've gotten
Chris Claremont.
Look, yeah. I mean, there's so many. I've gotten. I will say, like, best experiences with creators has to be, I think, when you're young and going to that first comic convention, and you're like, oh my gosh, these are the people that make these are the gods that make these books. Like, it's just something special about that you can't. So George Perez, meeting George Perez for the first time, like, it's funny because John Byrne was over here, who was known as the bad boy of comics, right? Really, he was just an old man, old angry man. And then you have George Perez over here, who's just super friendly, and it was just a different experience. And I will never forget that. And it's so weird because at that same convention, Bob Kane was in the middle, and I didn't have anything for Bob Kane to get signed. By the way, I don't think I would have gotten in there. It was just such a huge line. But yeah, it was John Byrne here, George Perez here. I'm trying to remember who else was there. Jim Aparo, Bob Kane. Oh gosh, because conventions weren't for everybody. Like, right, not every creator went to a convention.
Is it not? What about Chris Claremont?
Oh yeah, Chris Claremont. Yeah,
nervous.
I'd move Chris Claremont in my house if I could.
Okay.
And it's not for lack of trying. Who's yours?
I can't pick a favorite.
Chip Zdarsky's cool.
Yes, and Fabian. I would love to meet in person Daniel Warren Johnson. I'm looking forward to that. So Fabian, Zdarsky. There's one more. Who is it? I'll come back to you. I know there's somebody else. Who is it? Or maybe somebody can answer for me.
I've gotten to drink with quite a lot of creators too. Those are some fun stories.
My horrible.
Hey, what's up, Bar?
Lexington Comic Comics haven't missed yours. Oh, that's awesome. You better believe I'm bringing my absolute Mr. Miracle. Oh, I want to as well. Well, is that in?
Wow, did you just say whale?
I said well. Oh yeah, we did meet Bendis, and that was lovely.
What is this?
My favorite.
I've talked to Bendis, but not in person. Like, you've been talking to him, but he ain't talking back.
No, I guess like on social media.
Oh, yeah, we met him. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
really
like
nice
seriously, and very
signs for
inspirational.
Signs for free.
Great advice.
One of the few creators that still signs for free, by the way. Hey, what's up, Kenny?
Oh, I hope you're doing super. What do you think of Godzilla versus Marvel? Not the classic, but the new one.
Sure, I'm in for those ridiculous stories.
Oh, I did meet
Tom King and Mitch.
Yeah. But was Mitch there?
Yeah, both of them were there.
I was. Did I get Mitch to sign the book?
No, because you didn't know it was him. You were talking to Tom King the whole time and
I'm
ignoring Mitch. That's my wife, everybody.
I'm bringing a whale to Lexington. Whale.
Golly.
Okay. The
Shut up,
Rob
Pops. I
Liefeld.
wasn't bashing him at all.
Good. I'm glad you got your coffee.
I met Liefeld.
But,
I think I've met all of the 7, the legendary 7 in person, with the exception of I don't think I've ever met Jim Valentino. Going to a con is definitely a dream, but I fear when I finally get to one, I'd be too overwhelmed. Oh,
it is.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
where do you go? Where do you spend your money on? Who do you talk to? There's so much.
Was going to go to a Conix when Dallas if Brian Stegman showed, but they didn't. Yeah, that'd be cool to meet him. Also, you have to like prioritize your time. Like, oh, so and so's not at their table, but I want to go do this stuff. And like Dan Moore, like every time I walked by, he wasn't at his table, and I never.
Yeah, they're either
like,
doing panels or signing somewhere else.
I wasn't ever in Artist Alley during that time period where he's going to be at the table, and cons can be smelly. JR is also going to like SingCon, and his meet and greet prices are $275. Ooh. Yeah, it was. It was very intense, and we got to meet up with Kane at New York Comic Con. He's in the chat. What's your favorite cover to Uncanny 500? The Dynamic Forces variant, Alex Ross variant, Michael Turner variant, Greg Lands, or Dodson? I haven't thought about Michael Turner in a minute. Does anybody talk about Michael Turner anymore?
They do. I mean, he's been gone since 2008.
Yeah.
He passed away in 2008. But his legacy lives on. Like Aspen did that Michael Turner art book last year.
No, good.
And Marvel and DC still use his covers as variant covers with just new colors. So I know the estate, is getting some money for that. I think I actually own 3 of them. I own the Alex Ross one. I own the Michael Turner and the Terry Dodson one. I have to go. I actually like the Turner one. And Turner's not one of my favorite comic art. I know it's blasphemous to say that. He wasn't one of my favorite comic cover artists, but I like that one. It was different.
It's Cosmo Shop time.
Is it?
It's 11:38.
What time do we do? Don't we do it at
11:30.
11:45? Oh, okay. Well, if you live in Canada and you want your book shipped out to you through this horrible Canadian weather, check out BD Cosmos. I assume you're having bad weather like we are here in Kentucky. They're based out of Montreal, Quebec. They have a physical store in Montreal, Quebec, but their website is bdcosmos.com. 25% off your order of 99 Canadian dollars or more. Free shipping everywhere in Canada for every 250 Canadian dollars or more. And let them know Near Mint Conditioners sent you their way at the checkout, and you'll be added to a $25 gift card raffle. Entries are for new and returning customers, and that's
BD Cosmos with rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada. Pew, pew, pew.
Thank you.
There, that's what I was trying.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Any news on Iron Man?
No. First, my ex would like to know if you all have all of the Sonic the Hedgehog comic collection.
I don't, but I tell you what, I do have that I gifted my daughter was the Mega Man Archie comic collections, which has the Sonic crossover in it. But it's 2 Omnis. And they never finished releasing them. And it is her prized possession. She's rereading them now while she's reading Born Again. Had a couple back and forth between Peter Tomasi regarding him and wanting his Green Lantern Omnis being made. And look at where we are today. Yep. If you go back and watch one of my earliest interviews on the channel from 2016, I think. It's me and Peter Tomasi just talking about where's your Green Lantern Omnibus? What's going on with that? And we've been, And look where we are now. You're right. That's the person that was asking about Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. I'm sure we'll get it.
Is this what you were reading?
I will say, I know I've talked about it on the Saturday live stream about the sales of like the older volumes. They're not as strong as they wanted them to be, but I promise you they're still working on some older. It's not like, and this is just reality, right? We all want different things, but reality is that more than often modern books outsell anything from the Silver and Bronze Age, Golden Age. Unless it's X-Men and Spider-Man. If it's X-Men and Spider-Man, doesn't matter when it is, those books always sell. And so whenever I make announcements, I do see the comments that are like, they make more than just Spider-Man and X-Men. Oh, they know. But they also know they need money for other things. Like a Spider-Man book can help them make like a love project, like I said, a Captain America Golden Age book. So when you're gonna see the announcements, there will be some older stuff there. There's a beginning of a new line too, and yeah, I think they're trying. You know, they're still keeping the lines of future volumes alive while doing modern stuff. And by modern, I mean in the last like 20 something years. By the way, yeah.
Jace, a really good point. Did you say Born Again? Daredevil Born Again?
Oh,
That
yeah.
might be a good book for Melanie's book club.
That beat out. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thor. Yeah, so I
How?
told Lydia that she should join us, and she's going to be reading it as well. And if you're interested, Patreon, the $7.77 tier gets you access to the book club and the Ask Me Anything, which is going to be next Sunday. No, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow's the AMA at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's the what one?
That's when I was going to film my big thing. Okay. Ooh, is it on the calendar? Family calendar?
No, it's not yet, but I noticed it's the one that won.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
And I can do it.
And then the following Sunday, so not tomorrow, but the next Sunday will be the book club at 2 p.m. And we're going to start doing book club meetings 2 p.m. Eastern time on the third Sunday of each month, just to make it.
Unless we let you know ahead of time something came up. And for 2025, I need a Johnny Quest hardcover by Messner Loebs. I like your taste there, Jack Ferry. William Messner Loebs is the man.
Thank you for the super chat.
We need a continuation of his Flash, and we need a Wonder Woman and a Thor. That would be good.
Gabriel, I'm reading Delicious in Dungeon, and I was having a hard time because I like to read manga while I'm eating, and then it was like, they're eating gross monsters.
My manga.
I don't know how long I'll stick with it. It's cute.
By the way, please smash that like button if you're here. That does help with this video, because they don't promote these live videos anymore, because YouTube don't care, because they're like, I don't care. You don't make us enough money for us to care about live streams.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you do the AMA while
I'm filming?
I don't know. Is that what you're talking about?
That's insane.
I don't know. Maybe that's not what you're talking about. Xbox 5 Degrees, thank you for the super chat.
So I can answer your first question. The return of the reading order. Well, I was hoping to film it tomorrow, but my wife just informed me we have an AMA tomorrow, so I may have to. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna try to knock it out tomorrow. And as far as Avengers, no, I'm gonna let people vote for reading orders. I think starting next month. So that's what the first one is going to be something that I've been working on that people have been asking me about. And then the next one on Patreon, people can vote. I just got my first Omnibus.
Wait, so is Avengers going to be the first?
No.
Okay.
What do you think?
Bubble Tea, congratulations. You got your first Omnibus. What do you think about the Infinite Crisis Omni?
Well, Rowlett. Are you Rowlett? Is that Rowlett? I think.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Dude, so good, man. That's my favorite event at DC Comics. You picked a good book. For real. Y'all's live still shows up on my feed and I get notifications. Good. But they don't so if you don't ring that notification, like they just let it drown. Like if you look at our channel, like live, it's its own tab now. So they don't even put it with the rest of the videos. It's ridiculous. But yeah, what are you going to do? I still love doing this. It keeps me sane. Talking to you all. Viva Peru, carajo, indeed, my brother. Good morning, kids. Just got done shoveling snow.
Hey, Mark.
Mark, you need kids out there to shovel snow. They still come knocking door to door. Like, can we shovel your driveway for $20?
We need the Supergirl Girl Still Pre-New 52 2005 to 2012 run released in 2 omnibus. Why did I say omnibus? A great era of Supergirl comics.
So yeah, that's the one that got kickstarted by Jeff Loeb and Michael Turner, and then Ian Churchill, I think, came on board. That does Avatar is hilarious.
Good morning, Omar. Do you have any plans on updating an older character team reorder now that newer traits and omnis have been released?
Yeah, Doug just reminded me when I did my reading order of Hulk. This was before I talked to Marvel, so there was no Peter David Hulk omnibus. Now there's just so much. I've said Kevin Eastman in the past. Who would I like to write Daredevil? I said Kevin Eastman in the past. Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. That would be really cool. Tom Taylor. I like Tom Taylor to write Daredevil. That would be really cool.
We got ours put up a couple weeks ago, our Christmas tree. Clint would be down to see what that Supergirl run was like. Many YouTube creators even have their own channel for just live streams since it destroys their main channel. Oh.
Yep. Absolutely. Every comic or every content creator, like Comics Pop, that's why they started the Comic Pop Returns channel, so they can do live stuff, because it really destroys your algorithm. I stopped caring about that 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I said, you know what? Screw it.
Am I crazy enough to read the showcase stories again in the Catwoman Finest when I just read them in Robin Companion?
No, I've done the same thing. Who is this fine-looking gentleman? How do you feel about the new creature?
What's Uncanny Omar Superman?
I like this.
How do you guys feel about the new creature?
This fine-looking gentleman. Dude, I'm digging it. I think Amanda and I are reviewing it on Wednesday for Reels Talk. Yeah.
Have you ever read the Trigon Empire? One of the best British comics, but I never hear you reference or recommend it.
You know why? Because I missed out on the hardcover. And I never went back and got them. Maybe I should get the trade paperbacks, because I've heard a lot of talk about them. Yeah, that's something new, or that's something I haven't read. I haven't read everything, so I would love to. You do not ban that good-looking gentleman in the chat. You leave him alone. I hope it's Jess.
Live He-Man and Live Voltron now both filming.
That's crazy. Yeah, I saw that Jared Leto is playing Skeletor.
What are your thoughts on DC versus Marvel Omnibus?
I love it. The first one. Amalgam. That's why I'm not like stressing over Amalgam just out there. I don't know where it is. I'll review it whenever I get it. I've learned to let go of these things. Like, I love the original one. It's so good. The classic stories are good. Beautiful artwork. And there's nothing wrong with the Amalgam universe. It's just 90s stupid fun.
Speaking of 90s, I have some of my cards somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I think they're clear. I think.
Go to Freddie. I like that question. Please.
From your own experience, which Comic Con would you recommend people go to once in their lifetime? Heroes Con.
You want to get nuts? If you want to get nuts, go to New York Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con. You'll never go back again if you don't like people. But if you want a good experience, like things slow down a little bit, definitely go to Heroes Con. That's a really good one. Heroes Con or Baltimore Comic Con. Those are really good experiences. That's not my account, because he's saying Josh Greathouse. Please don't do that. I would never use those words to talk to Josh.
You're correct, Omar. The 2005-2011 Star with Globe,
Sterling Gates,
Sterling Gates, and Greg Rucka took over the book during the new Krypton arc.
Yeah,
Dark Claw is dope. Shut your mouth.
I didn't. I said it was stupid fun.
So Wolverine, would you learn to let go?
If Wolverine, like Omnibus Volume 6 was out there and I haven't gotten a copy of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. I guess you're going to have to call me Elsa. I have to let it go. I'm glad I made it this time. The like button. Oh, thank you so much. And Phil Owens is here. What's Phil got to say? I know Phil was excited about that Age of Ven Omnibus. There was no fun in the 90s. Phil, when did the fun stop? Can Jared Leto not play anything? Armie Hammer announced that he's starring in a Batman knockoff movie called The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's true. It's not fun. It was extreme.
Everything was extreme. You're right. Thank you, Clint.
I like cashews.
Okay. What?
Out of the nuts? Yes, that's a good choice. They taste good.
Oh, go up for a second.
Wait. Oh.
For this. Oh, any Masterworks announcements? New Warriors Forever. Thank you, Nick. Can you imagine one day we're going to get a New Warriors Masterworks? That's going to be awesome, and we're going to be old. Dang it. You know what? I need to get with David about the Masterworks, because I think they just got the first 2 months, and I may just announce the first 2 before they go into the solicitations. The fun stopped at the end of the 80s. What happened, man?
Anonymous is missing.
Dark Reign, Sinister
Spider-Man 2009 1-4. Amazing Spider-Man presents Anti-Venom. New Ways to Live, 2009, 1-3.
But wouldn't that fit more into like a Matt Gargan era? And I don't know if they'll do. I don't think there's enough material for a Matt Gargan. I think they would probably put that as a Dark Reign omnibus and just put it into a Thunderbolts story. Evergreen list for creators: Mark Miller, Brian Michael Bendis.
Is it necessary to get Forever Evil omnibus when I have Justice League New 52 Volume 2, how much will it double dip?
A lot. And is it necessary? It's kind of like Blackest Night. If you really like the event, if you like that miniseries, and I mean you really gotta like it, then yeah, go for it. I am a pro cashew channel. Yes, I am.
How do you milk a cashew? Earlier today said, if you got a time machine, San Diego Con in the 80s, early 90s.
Oh, that would have been a dream, right? Isn't chronological order the same as reading order? If you read comics in publication order, why need a reading order? What's the difference between them? Thanks. I left a like. Thank you. Wait, you left? Like you left? So you don't want me to answer your question? What's the difference in a publishing order and reading order? Oh, there's a lot of like retro stories that take place in the past. And sometimes people like to read those first. I'll give you the prime example of the best reading order that people thought put a lot of thought and love into, and that is right behind Melanie. If you can move, my love. That Transformers IDW. That is what a proper reading order should strive to be. It's stories that start with volume 1 that weren't written until they were 5 years into Transformers at IDW, but they take place in the past. So it makes sense to read them at the beginning. So the editors got together and put the best comprehensive reading order. Publishing order doesn't necessarily mean best reading order. I mean, if you look at Krakoa, whew, what happened? I don't know. I was having too much fun to notice, but I know it stopped. I
said in the wait.
Oh, it's out of whack today. Your autocorrect.
Sorry, mistake.
It's okay. I answered that question about the what's it called, the Thunderbolts. I don't think it'll be reprinted for a while. It didn't sell that well, so it'll be a while before it does. Because you're asking about the epics. Go the epic route. Get the one that is available. Good morning. My wife is working on opening a preschool at the end of the year. Is there anything that you all recommend for kids?
Congratulations.
3 to 5. 3 to 5. Go, Melanie. Tiny Titans.
Tiny Titans.
Tiny Titans.
Or what about and
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Oh, Cheese Sweet Home.
Yeah.
Cheese Sweet Home. It's in color too. 3 to 5 is difficult because I want like you introduce them not necessarily to reading or just a little bit of reading, but following the panels. I think it's very important.
Yeah.
What's Owly? The little Owly books were great.
Oh yeah.
My kids really like
if
those.
You have people in the chat, if
Hilda?
you have some suggestions. Release the Mac Gargo. Wait, I can't say it. Omnibus. Who's that?
Scorpion.
Oh.
When he became Venom. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be Lazar and like 5 other guys going, yes, the Mac Omnibus.
Wait, okay. Here, John is Max Spidey's saddest villain. Most important thing to happen to him was to steal the villain.
That's so mean, but so true.
Any upcoming Spider-Man collected edition news? Hey, King of Jackals. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. Yes. Richard Scary Books. Yeah.
Not Oz by Scotty Young. Doc Holliday. Sesame Street had comics years ago. Oh, that's cool.
Doc Holliday. I don't know, for 3 to 5 year olds, that'd be a little tough reading. Like, unless you're reading it to them.
I think he's making a joke.
Scotty Young's Oz? That's cute.
Oh, is it?
It's an interpretation of the Wizard of Oz.
I'm thinking I Hate Fairyland.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah, never mind.
That's a different thing. I thought you were thinking of the Oz HBO show by Scotty Young. I'm planning on getting JLA Grant Morrison and Infinite Crisis Omnibus. Are those relevant to the same continuity? Anything else I should look into further reading in between or after? All right, here we go. I actually did a video on whenever I talk about Infinite Crisis, I talk about what to read. But yeah, JLA, read that first, right? That'll get you used to the characters, and then by the time you get to Infinite Crisis, I'm gonna hold you to that. Screen grab that. The not a lot. I mean, not necessarily that Omnibus is perfect, Infinite Crisis, but if you really, really, really want like everything like that, there's a Superman Batman Public Enemy story that kind of hints that there's a crisis coming with Lex Luthor going crazy at the end. There is the Identity Crisis, which will lead into, and it's not one of my favorite stories, but I'm recommending
thank you
it.
for Deathstroke.
Oh yeah, of course. What was I saying? Oh yes, the Identity Crisis that leads into the Crisis storyline that is in that omnibus, the JLA crisis. JSA has a couple stories here and there. Green Lantern Rebirth, I would read at least that, so you know the status quo of the Green Lanterns. And of course, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Those are the kind of ones that I. Oh, thank you for smashing it.
These are kids that can sign to communicate and are generally starting to read, so comics would be able to build a good foundation. Any assistance you have would be cool. That's awesome. And people in the chat were giving some good suggestions as well.
Marvel has been making these little Spidey comics based on the cartoon. I strongly suggest those because, like, I didn't realize how popular those books were, or those that cartoon was, until we had a Christmas, and that's what the kids wanted. Like, they wanted the Spider-Man cartoon toys. I didn't even know it was a thing. Have you got a copy of the recent smaller Taschen books for Spider-Man and Avengers? Any thoughts? No, I haven't. They were kind enough to send me the Duck book, which I need to do an overview of.
Is DC planning any celebrations for the 40 Crisis on Infinite Earths?
I hope so.
But we're not privy to it, to answer your question.
Yeah.
Does David Gabriel ever read the comments on your announcement videos? The comments on the premiere line were especially negative, and I wonder if he takes the criticism into consideration.
Yes. And not always him, but his team. That's why I never delete any comments, negative comments or anything, because I feel like the companies need to see that. I even leave the comments that are negative about me, which are some of my favorite comments to reply to or ignore. They kind of get ridiculous. Like, I think, what was the last one? Somebody was like, Omar never says anything negative about Marvel because they'll stop sending him free stuff. And I'm sorry, I don't know if the guy talks like that. I just assume he talks like that in my head. But I'm like, but I pointed out that these aren't even for me because my eyesight is getting bad. I mean, I think sometimes, and I think I understand where he's coming from. I think sometimes people are used to other channels telling you what to buy and what not to buy. And I never do that. I never say, this is a waste of time, don't buy it, or yes, you need to buy this. I think what he probably needs is like one of those CGC channels, comic collecting channels. Like, you need to buy this now. Because I've never done that. Like, I've never told people what to buy or not to buy. I just present what is given to me, whether it's the negative things like, oh, there's a misprinted page. At the end of the day, it's your money. You're adults. Most of you, except for the kids that I've sent omnis to. What is a good omnibus or oversized hardcover to start reading modern era Avengers? Modern era Avengers. Kurt Busiek, although it's classic, it's still considered modern. The New Avengers. Go. All right, forget everything I said. New Avengers. Here's a negative comment. How dare Marvel not reprint Marvel Knights by Quesada? Oh, go and vote, man.
Did you answer this question?
Which one? They did.
If the New Mutants did well in sales, desperately need Volume 1 to get a reprint.
I think they did, but I think it took them a while to sell out, so it might be a bit. But don't forget, like, seriously, they really look at our reprint poll. Happy Saturday, lovely couple. Thank you, Damo.
Thank you.
Omar, is Deceased Omnibus confirmed? Worth reading? It's in the catalog, so I hope it is. I know Night Terrors is. It's worth reading. It's a lot of fun. I liked it more than the Marvel Zombies. I wasn't a fan of Marvel Zombies. Ian Edgington's Nightwing and Robin story from the Batman 80 Giant in the Robin Compendium. Did he do much other DC work? I don't think he did. Because, I got into his stuff because of the 2000 AD stuff. Love his 2000 AD stories. Brass Sun is back in the progs at the moment.
Oh.
Wait, go down. The last comment. Yeah, MJ. I was turning to your channel because I've had a question, and now you guys are live. So cool.
Oh,
what edition should I collect to enjoy John Constantine Hellblazer Omnibus? If you're looking for Omnis, there's only 3. Right, and 2 right now. There is the Garth Ennis Omnibus, which to me is the greatest run on Hellblazer. And unfortunately, when you read it, to me, it feels like, oh, this is good, but it's not as good as that. And that's okay, right? They started with that. Jaime Delano. That volume 1 is out. Volume 2 is coming out later this year. Those are solid. Those are great stories. if you want the complete thing, the easiest way to do it is all 300 issues have been collected in the trade paperback format. However, some of those volumes are out of print. I mean, there's the Mike Carey run is so good. That's probably up there as among my second favorite run. Paul Jenkins run's pretty solid. But yeah, that's the best way to do it. I don't know if they plan on doing the entirety of Hellblazer. It would be awesome in omnibus format. I hope one day they do. What is my opinion on DG Chichester's Daredevil? I love it. Come at me, Daredevil fans, because I know they hate it.
It's comic book.
What's coming?
Comic shop time.
All right. If you live in the EU and are interested in purchasing big books, check out waltzcomicshop.com. They do have a storefront, but it is currently closed right now in Berlin, Germany. They have flat shipping rates for 12 euros, although that is turning into free shipping soon. So keep an eye out for the ads. All emails answered within 24 hours. Superb selection of new titles and out-of-print books. That's waltzcomicshop.com. And if you let them know at the checkout, you type in near mint condition, all one word. They give you free shipping for all EU countries for your first order of over 40 euros or more. However, if they're going to do free shipping, I think they're going to do something else with that code. So keep that in mind. And that is
Waltz Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting.
Is Warren Ellis's Astonishing X-Men any good? Read issues 26 through 30, and it's tough. Not too good. Surprising when his Thunderbolts at the same time is awesome. No. Remember what I said about how hard it is to write X-Men? No, I did not like. No, sir. I didn't even like his X-Force or X-Man that he wrote. I wasn't a fan of that stuff. And I understand the sales were down, and they were like, well, we're going to cancel this X-Man title anyway. Like Warren Ellis made him into like a shaman, like a shaman priest. Oh, man. I did not like it. I love it too, but I doubt they'll release a Chichester DD on me since you never know. They got a Avengers The Crossing omnibus.
Fantastic Four Volume 1 or Fantastic Four Wade?
Wade.
Speaking of Hellblazer writers, what's the best comic Mike Carey wrote, and why is it the highest house? And I'll start answering opening packages.
Oh, good idea, baby. Highest House is so awesome, dude. And also on hiatus. How is that? Such a great title. Maybe I should promote it more. I know I've talked about it in my Hidden Gems. That's it. I'm going to bring Hidden Gems back. James, did I talk? Well, no, it wasn't in Hidden Gems. It was something else. But I need to promote it. It's such a good book. So we got packages that we're opening up from... Who's that one from?
Wow. Well, I don't know if this is from Alex or if this is...
It might be from Alex. This is Peter David's Incredible Hulk. What Savage Beast.
Wow.
And it has illustrations in here?
It's
with illustrations by George Perez.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
George Perez.
Is this from the 90s? Like the Spider-Man?
Oh, I mean, that looks like a 90s kind of dust jacket.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Saturday Morning Fan says, I miss those Marvel 90s novels. Well, thank you, whoever sent it.
Maybe it wasn't.
If it was Alex.
Joe Ball was cool. I actually like his X-Men Legacy run. I think it's phenomenal. Excalibur was good, though.
How you are?
Actually, yeah, Excalibur I did dig. I love what he did with the Soul Sword and, like, keeping continuity. I did like that, but that was before that. What was it? Counter X stuff. Speaking of Mike Carey, I picked up and read X-Men Supernova's OHT yesterday. I really liked it. My first real experience with modern X.
I know who this is from. Go ahead. Keep reading.
What was that?
We'll finish reading.
Okay. Modern Era X-Men. Yeah. Oh, you haven't read Modern Era X-Men? Yeah, Mike Carey's solid. Unfortunately, I think that's the only oversized hardcover outside of the crossovers. Hey, Omar, have you seen the Spanish special edition for Berserk 42? It comes with tarot cards.
Really?
Why isn't Dark Horse doing something like this? Probably because they're waiting for the deluxe edition to come in. Yeah.
Oh.
Omar, please, can you tell me what X-Force Omnibus?
This must be from Bruce.
Oh. This must be from... God dang it! Did he send me a freaking collection of stupid Will Ferrell movies? Like
6, 8,
no.
10,
I hate
12.
Will Ferrell.
Wow.
Like I legit hate Will Ferrell, and he sent me a
Wow.
list of. I'm sorry if you like Will Ferrell, by the way. My opinion should not affect your opinion. See, this is why I don't tell people to buy or not buy books, because the people probably love Will Ferrell. I can't stand Will Ferrell, and the only movie that is good in here might be Talladega Nights and Step Brothers, and that's because of what's his name.
Shonda Sook says The Other Guys is solid.
Really though, is it?
The Other Guys on Blu-ray. Old School is the best. Anchorman.
Is Old School
Yeah, which
in here?
ones do you guys
Oh
like?
No, I don't like Anchorman.
Step Brothers, you like Step
I
Brothers.
didn't like Step Brothers. My dad and I watched it, and it reminded him of me. He was like, "These two idiots are like you and your dumb brother."
He totally agrees with you.
Thank you. He's not funny.
He hates Alf.
I do hate Alf and Will Ferrell. This is why I don't tell people to buy
we need
books.
the Will Ferrell show.
No. This is Bruce.
You know, my mom.
I just assume it's Bruce, by the way. There could be somebody else. I always assume it's Bruce. This is a power move. This is a power.
Wait, here's another vote for The Other Guys. No,
Amazing. Really?
Here, where is it?
Wait, that's the one with Mark Wahlberg, right? Anchorman. Oh
I'll
my
say
God!
America.
And Anchorman 2. Is this all the movies he's done? Oh, these are awful.
But oh my gosh, no.
Literally had students in my class on Thursday quoting. Okay, Step Brothers is funny. I
Okay,
dig
here we
Step.
go.
Have you seen Step Brothers?
Yes, I didn't like it. I mean, it's cute when he was like, "Did we just become best friends?" But that's cute. That's not making me laugh.
Oh, I like when he puts his man parts on his drums.
His man parts.
Because that's
Wait, the funniest Will Ferrell movie since Anchorman is The Other Guys.
what the heck is that? I've
It's a
never even
Marky
heard
Mark.
of some of these. Like, what's Everything Must Go? Daddy's Home? What? No.
I love Daddy's Home 1 and 2 mainly because of Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson. And
What? Dude, I didn't know they remade Land of the Lost. I used to love that show.
Welcome to the Land of the Lost.
Okay, this legit cracked me up. Man, I hate my life sometimes. Thank you. That was really sweet. This is a power move, Bruce. Well done. Blades of Glory. That's the guy
Michael
from
Keaton?
Napoleon Dynamite. I have a Will Ferrell Blu-ray collection.
I bet Hollywood's working on an Alf script right now with Will Ferrell. Just play. Oh my gosh, he would play the stepfather.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it when Ferrell and John C. Reilly start crying at the end of the dinner table. That is from Gabriel.
This is from Gabriel. Christmas card. Omar and Melanie. Sorry I haven't watched in a while. I've had this thing happen called life. LOL. Hope y'all are well. Minty Christmas. Thank you, Gabriel, for watching. Oh, it's so sweet. Okay. And wait, that's amazingly sadly not a huge Will.
Right?
But he's not that funny.
I mean, if
There
you
you
find
go.
it funny, that's awesome.
But
That's
can we
great.
talk about how the best movie Will Ferrell is in is the Lego movie? I do, and he
Except
should-
until he
he
appears at
shouldn't
the end.
be. He shouldn't be. Okay,
Oh.
wait, come on. Wait, no. Kevin Hart's stand-up made me pee when I was pregnant. Okay, I laughed so hard I peed.
That's because you were pregnant.
But still.
I did not send you the Will Ferrell
What?
remake of Bewitched.
Oh.
Thought it might be a little too much. Really? But Land of the Lost is okay. That gets a pass.
Thank you, Bruce.
Well, thank you, you freaking monster.
Okay. Daddy's Home is a pretty relatable type movie. It's a dad versus stepdad story. Okay, this is from Bruce. And he was like,
Is it more Will Ferrell
no, It's
movies?
a book. Wait, but is it?
No. What is that? Rusha, you're going to make me cry.
What a picture. Stay classy. Hey, that's Amanda's thing. She says stay classy. Oh man. What
Bruce,
about Night at the Roxbury?
You know, you wrote me a nice letter saying how much joy I've brought you in your life lately, and this is how I get repaid.
MCU needs to cast Will Ferrell as Cyclops. The new X-Men movie. Okay, Rascal Bear has a comics question while I open
Okay.
up another one. Is it just me, or is Uncanny X-Men Claremont run becomes a little bit confusing with Secret Wars 2 and what's NM run?
New Mutants run.
Currently reading Uncanny X-Men, Mighty Marvel? Just Marvel Masterworks.
I don't know. I never had any problem following the storylines that were going on. If you're not reading New Mutants, I can see why it's a little confusing. I think the only thing that confused me, I'll be honest with you, is what happened to Rachel. Like, where is Rachel? Like, how did we lose Rachel? Like, and then of course Excalibur happens, but that's not until after the whole Fall of Mutants event. So yeah, I think that's about the only thing that confused me. And I can see it is different, right? Like, because it's like just focusing on X-Men. And then it's like, well, now we got these other things coming out. And then on top of that, we got Excalibur coming out.
I'm so Kevin Hart live. And the only time I laughed was when his warm-up acts were on in the beginning. Sorry, I don't know why I'm shouting.
No, you shout, man. Melanie,
we saw Kevin Hart live as well. And I did like his older stuff better. But that was a few years ago.
I haven't seen him in... Good stuff next. Thank you, Bruce. Seriously, thank you for this. I shared it with Amanda, and she's like, "Oh my god," because we're gonna watch a movie tonight, and she's like, "Let's have a Will Ferrell marathon instead." And I was like, "No, I didn't even know he got a book written about him."
Of course.
Really?
Now
there's
you
no pictures in him.
Works of Fall Out Boy.
Matt, don't give Bruce ideas, please.
What's your take on Batman vs. Punisher by Dixon Romita Jr.?
I loved it.
Read it and found it really good.
Dude, that '90s stuff is good. Like, my favorite one is probably Carnage and not Carnage, Spider-Man Batman, because I just love Mark Bagley's take on Batman, and I love his, Carnage is awesome. He makes a cool villain, and he teams up with the Joker. That's a cool story.
This is from Eric.
Oh, Eric, my buddy Eric Garza. Omar and Melanie, I wanted to send a small token of appreciation in 2024. Not sure if this is arriving after the new year or not. It did, but that's my fault because the post office had been closed. And I hope you're watching, Eric, and I hope you're doing good, buddy. I had the pleasure of helping some friends at Dark Horse produce a new item of Hellboy's 30th anniversary, including a Loteria set designed using Mike Mignola's art throughout his time at Hellboy. Oh, it's his mutant logo. Oh, that's cool. Okay, hold on. Let me keep reading this.
This is a nice shirt.
So Eric used to be at Mondo, and now they open up their own, like some of the Mondo people open up their own. It's called Mutant. Yeah. So
Mutant Revenge.
Let's see.
Revenge.
Both are included. We also made a small set of letterpress prints based on Mike's art. Both are included in here, as well as a shirt my company collabed on with Comic Shop LA in LA named Revenge of. Thank you both so much for everything you do. Oh, dude, that is wicked. Operating your own business is not easy. Building a community is hard. Nurturing it is even harder. You both do it with such style, warmth, and grace. The countless hours of entertainment and knowledge you have provided for thousands of comic-loving viewers, as well as the creators whose work we love, is truly priceless and widely appreciated across the literal globe. I hope you both know how valued and appreciated you are, as well as the extended NMC universe of hosts and contributors. Omar, there are no words for the loss you've experienced this year. Know that your family and friends will always be there for you when you need them, as well as your entire online community of viewers and supporters. Know that a feeling of hope will return, and if we hope... Oh.
What's that a quote from?
It's a...
Do you want me to read it?
I got it.
Okay.
It's the... And if we hope, then there's tomorrow. And if tomorrow, then forever. Man. The quote always reminds me of my dad. It's from Hickman's Fantastic Four. Manly Eye Sweat.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. And thank you, Bruce, for the ridiculous Will Ferrell gifts. Maybe I should start telling Bruce that, you know who I really hate? Christina Hendricks. Please don't send me a Christina Hendricks life model to my house. or a Japanese robot. Christina Hendricks, that would be awful, Bruce.
So this is authentic Mexican game of chance. Hellboy.
Yeah, that's what he was saying on the
That's
letter.
really cool.
And then he wrote at the very end.
People are sending love.
And keep up the brilliant work. See you in the chat. Thanks, buddy. That's beautiful. And that is my favorite quote from Hickman's FF. I guess it's the story about Franklin, trying to save his dad. Whatever you do, Bruce, please don't send me Christina Hendricks to my house.
Watch Anchorman.
That would be awful.
And then Anchorman, and then you feel better. So yeah, these are really pretty.
Yeah, those are awesome. These are based on Hellboys.
Omar does unboxing videos on TikTok.
I do, yeah, I do. So until I guess it's banned. Viva Peru, carajo, Omar, hermano, never reveal your kryptonite to others. Apparently, I've made a mistake. I should be telling people more things that I hate. Huh. It's backfired on me. How would you like the Marvel swimsuit issues collected? An oversized hardcover Omnibus Gallery. It could be their big monster size book. We can have one, Gosh, it would take several though. How many of there were? Not that I had every single one of them, but I want to say I had like 5 or 6 of them. So there were quite a few. I don't know if they ever would do. I don't want to be that guy, but I got okay, so 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. So I had all 5. Woo! I'm a true collector. I don't know what I ended up doing with them though.
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Quote from the Christmas movie Classic Elf, starring the best actor ever, Will Ferrell, from the Invincible Iron Krampus.
What?
So I'm guessing that's John. Maybe. Because you like Iron Man.
John, do not get me a freaking Iron Man toy so I can go and buy the rest of them.
Oh, please don't buy the rest of them, baby. You're good with just that one.
Am I though?
Yes, you are.
Okay. But he comes with a Build-A-Figure, so I have to get the rest to build the figure.
You're good.
Well, thank you. I assume this is from John because he does love Iron Man, and Bruce would have sent me a Will Ferrell Iron Man stick. Guys, Buenos Dias was wondering if Conan Volume 2 got delayed. It did. It did get delayed, but I think.
Look at that action shot.
Well, I did just hear that Diamond is also closing its stores, the distribution center temporarily while the weather condition gets better.
Here's the box from Saturday Morning Fan.
Oh, good. Normal things.
Or is it?
Maybe.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, some people already have it, depending on where you live. Get yourself a wife like Melanie who will prevent you from spending more money.
But I was mad that you didn't get those covers last week.
Omar, I know it's a little late, but for your late Christmas gift, you should send me your entire collection of Will Ferrell movies. I may be able to hook you up, brother.
Iron Man doesn't need friends.
Is that John? Did John say that? I feel like John would never say that. He's got War Machine. He's got Rhodey. Iron Man might need friends. He's got the entire X-Men Legends over there for friendship.
Yeah. So he's good. He's okay.
Just finished last week's monster-sized Hellboy. I don't like the third part. It is hard to read. So many references and quotes, but after that is amazing. Hard to read The Devil You Know after. God bless. Wait.
It's a record. Oh my God.
Shut up. It's a vinyl?
Yes.
Alf super hit for. Like, why is it I can't escape
and it
this?
Smells good.
This stupid creature.
Oh. Here.
I think he's Saturday Morning Fans here.
Yeah.
There he is. There you are. Okay, so sort of normal stuff, right? We got Alf Super.
Look how cute that is.
32 international top hits. Is it just him singing like real music?
What's not him singing, is it?
Kenny Rogers, What I Did for Love. What? Thinking About Your Body.
You what?
Diego Lit. Wait, a what? Living in the Jungle Now That We Found Love. That's Love in Effect. Yeah, wait a second. What is this? Is it just music that Alf listens to? But this is sweet, dude. And with the slip. Ah, nice. So, yeah, I've been getting the Disney movies on Blu-ray. I think I got them all now. Well, no, I am missing like 3 Caballeros and things like that. I am missing some.
And then here's this cute Star Comics.
The Red Sonja Spider-Man is I think it's in the Red Sonja Omnibus, if I'm not mistaken. Or Seven Sword of Conan Volume 2 getting restocked. Not that I've heard, but I will ask. My contact. This is the Tokyo Pop one, right? The manga. That's the manga.
See, you sing the song.
Sing it. Heat cliff. No one should.
That's not
terrorizing neighborhoods. Wow, this is cute.
Heathcliff, no one should terrorize the
No,
neighborhood. No, wait,
that's the wrong word. No one should
terrorize the neighborhood. Heathcliff just can't be outdone.
On top? He's
breaks on everyone.
Heathcliff is a power
something like that.
Yeah, I think that's it. What would you pick up first? JLA by Morrison or the 2 Batman Superman Omnis? Oh, JLA by Morrison.
Oh, that was cute.
Like legit. It's solid. Little hard to understand because there's so much going on in the DC universe at the time. But these are like
read along records.
Oh man, I haven't seen these in years.
With a 16-page book.
The Gremlins Trapped and The Last Gremlin.
Oh, look, He-Man.
These are bringing back memories.
Smurfs. The Smurfing Guide to the Smurfs. Oh my goodness. They're getting serious.
Hey, Emperor Smurf. Smurf, whatever. The King Smurf guy.
And Alf, Super Alf.
This guy, King Smurf.
I think King Smurf.
Paper Cuts was putting the comics out here. Oh, Robot Smurf, Clockwork Smurf. Purple Smurf, which was purple, but not everywhere. He was a different color everywhere else, but
Heathcliff just won't be undone. Okay,
that's what it is.
What would you pick up first, Morrison's JLA or the 2 Batman Superman Omni?
I answered that one.
Oh, sorry.
And he even said thank you. You're welcome. Oh, that's a good one. Is Conan by Jim Sub any good? Yeah, Bar, it's excellent. It's one of my favorite reads. I have issue 13 signed with a beautiful Red Sonja San Diego Comic-Con cover. I like the interior art too. Yes. Oh, it's so good. Are the rest of the Marvel Masterworks announcements coming? Yes. Like I had to take 2 out of the catalog or the solicits, and I need to see if when they've been busy with the Omnis right now, so I don't know if we'll get to them. Or maybe I can just announce 2. We'll see how it works. The Chuck Austin run, the lowest of the low for X-Men. Does it make Onslaught, Apocalypse of 12, Magneto War, Eve of Destruction, Bendis run, Brubaker run, and Lobdell run look better? It's hard, right? Because like I don't know. I haven't gone back and I've read it twice. What if I read it a 3rd time and I'm like, I was really hard on Chuck Austin. This is actually really good. Like off the top of my head, I think Peter Milligan's run and Chuck Austin's run, and was it Joe or was it Siegel? Where Cyclops fights the birds. Those are pretty bad.
James Moore, it's a very intense holiday special. Oh my gosh. Alpha.
What?
There's a Christmas special. Oh man, contemplates suicide. A little girl dies of cancer and Alf delivers a human baby by himself. Are you making this up? Are the rest of the Marvel? Oh, sorry.
Buddy, this is a cool shirt.
Oh, thank you. Oh wait, are those?
Yeah, these are from. This is from our buddy. This is from Ray, who.
It's Ray's packages.
Yep, comes every year. We used to have a podcast back in 2000.
Oh, that's what I was going to show.
2004 to 2008. And Ray has been following us, not physically, well, I don't know, maybe, since those years, and has sent us Christmas packages every year.
And John says, the Krampus got you the version of Iron Man from your favorite Avengers run. What a nice guy he is.
Thank you, Krampus. Thought it was you, John. Yes. This is to Amanda. Look, he still sends things to everybody. That's Rob.
Oh, hey, Tina.
Tina, I bet there's a package. What if everybody gets something except Tina? There we go.
Bar, I think of wrestling as well when I say MMW.
Of what? Wrestling?
Yeah, I think of wrestling.
Hmm.
Yes, the AMA is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's the one the vote.
Apparently. Now I gotta make sure I get up
thank you,
super
Wrestling
early. Let's see. Merry Christmas, Omar. Merry Christmas, Melanie. And I'll keep these separate. All right, let's open up the gifts to. I'm gonna open up Tina's gifts.
And then I'm gonna have to get going.
This is Maddie's gift. This is for Melanie.
Ooh,
Dan.
black and white.
Looks like I need to have a party to have these people over.
Color combo.
This is Andrew, Dan, Ray, Tina. There's Tina's gift and mine.
It was a really sweet card.
Oh yeah, he gave me a card too. I'll have to open that up. All right, let's see here. This is from you. Open your gift.
Oh my gosh, James!
Oh, I'm not making it up. I watched it thinking it would be a cheesy holiday special.
Look how nice these are. How nicely wrapped they are and everything. Like, I gave up a long time ago making my presents look nice. 1 year I tried.
Yeah, look, that's how he starts it off. My brother, as far as back as the About Heroes days,
Aww.
I've always been a fan of yours. What a sweetheart! I'm so happy to also be a friend. You're one of the truest friends even ever. True gift to anyone's life. I'm happy for how much Near Mint Edition has evolved thanks to you. Happy and proud. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. P.S. Will Ferrell sucks.
I didn't say that.
No, I
Thank you for my anime magazine.
Oh, he loves getting you. Oh my God, it's Grandizer. That's awesome. Dude, that's cool. That's cool. I have been a big fan of these giant robots since I was a kid. I used to watch Mazinger C. I used to watch Grandizer. Like in Peru, they were huge. Huge. That's awesome.
It's definitely sweet. Sweet Baby Ray got all the sauces.
He does got all the sauces, baby.
If the Thunderbolts Omni didn't sell as good as Marvel wanted, does this mean they might not do the Volume 4? We need to fill in that gap.
So I did talk. I had a I think I've told you a little bit about that. That the I had a conversation with David. It was about an hour and a half long. Tina was here waiting on me to record some TikToks. But one of the things that I brought up was that I brought up Thunderbolts, and he was like, as soon as I said Thunderbolts, he's like, no, we can't. Like, the others didn't sell well. But I was like, but this is a really important series to a lot of people, and it's so different, and it's the edgy Thunderbolts. So after our conversation, he was a little more like, well, so they're thinking about it, right? It's not a done deal, but they're thinking about it. And that was good because I think a conversation needed to be had, because if they're looking at numbers for like volumes 1, 2, and 3 and Red Thunderbolts and then Thunderbolts Uncaged, it's not that Dark Reign era Thunderbolts that I think would do well. I don't run the company. I also don't, I'm not privy to exact numbers or anything. At the end of the day, it is their decision, but I did go to bat. It's not even my favorite era. I don't even like that era of Thunderbolts. I like the classic Thunderbolt that didn't sell worth a crud, apparently. But I understand how beloved that era is and how important that era is to a lot of people, because that is the era that they were reading when they were younger. So yeah, I will always try to go to bat for people, for what the community wants. It's not what I want. I already got my new Warriors 1 and 2 and 3. I don't need my nth band. And we're getting numb, which is just crazy. Can you go to
I'm gonna wait. First read this.
I'm glad you're getting the band back together. I love Matt, my ex. Oh, we're excited too. It's been a long time coming, and everybody's had things going on in their lives, but with a little bit of planning and a little dash of magic. See what I did there?
And a little bit of luck. What is that from? Okay.
More than you imagine, Optimus Prime.
Oh, Transformers. Okay, that's where
it's a little energy
and a lot of luck. That's what it is.
Them dudes got had though, because Megatron, such heroic nonsense. Oh, I'm gonna rewatch that tonight.
You guys have a good rest of your day. I need to take Lydia to somebody's house. So
I love you.
have a good day.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody for the packages.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
gosh, I gotta clean up this mess before I record. I gotta record today. Okay. Now it's the Omar show. So ask me anything about Melanie you wanted to ever ask. Thunderbolts was 90s. Do we see a pattern? Oh, don't get started. As I told Riley during the Thursday live stream with Gio, I don't read X-Men. I will watch for the chaos. Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Amanda as Paddington. Like for her Halloween costume? What are we talking about here, James? Have you recovered from seeing Amanda's Paddington? What is he talking about? Do I think they'll collect modern era New Mutants, Abnett and Wells run? Do you think they could be put into one omnibus? Oh yeah, it would fit into one omnibus, including the crossovers. But I'm pretty sure they'll probably try to do those in a modern era collection. So they won't reprint Thunderbolts, but keep printing the 1962 titles. Well, I don't have any of those to announce. Just saying. Real talk. Oh, I was really drunk in that episode. What did I say? Amanda's Paddington? Nah, it's just Omar. And I can't find my picture, Matt. I think Melanie hit it. I did get a Shita no joke, but again, dude, like my packages for the last 2 weeks, and I'm not complaining because there's a lot more important things happening in life, right? Like people aren't getting medication. Like it's just out there. Like along with my Amalgam Omnibus, along with like Stormwatch Compendium, like so. I'm lucky to get the packages that I have been getting, and I'll be doing overviews of that. But I did get that one, and I'm excited to read it. I hope his Luke Cage omnibus showed up. Like, sold enough. Any new announcements coming soon? Yes! Tonight on Patreon, so tomorrow on YouTube, and then on Monday night on Patreon, and then Tuesday on YouTube. I've got some film, but I gotta see. So what they're doing right now is they're trying to put some they're adding some to the catalog and some good books too. But I have to see how to shift my schedule around and get to announce those first, or announcing the ones that I already have. What's up, Max? How are you, dude? Omar, what could Bendis New Avengers volume possibly cover? Just picked up volume 1. What could Bendis New Avengers, like future volume 2? The rest of his no, it would contain. I would assume they would have to put in Secret Invasion because I can see taking not including Civil War and House of M. I get that, but I think Secret Invasion has to be included because it is very crucial to what is going on in the Avengers. New Masterworks announcements. I'm waiting on the list. I have the first 2. Yeah. My dad, Jess Bragg, does a great job at drunk YouTubing. He simply is the best. Jess hasn't drank in 10 years. Very proud of him. When will you be announcing the reprints of Tomb of Dracula Volume 2 and 3? They're coming, yes. I think they're hoping that Volume 1 pre-sales are good. So I hope so. Omar, you made a lot of promises on that Real stream. It was kind of you to give me those. Oh, you want the Will Ferrell collection? You're going to have to fight it over with that other guy that was asking for them. Any war on Star Wars Clone Wars? No, I do have some Star Wars Omnis. Let me double check. But I don't think. And again, things could change. But so far they are. Does that count? 1, 2. I think 2 or 3 Star Wars Omnis, but not the Clone Wars. Sorry. Okay. And let's go ahead. Why is that playing back to me like there's an echo? Okay, I changed the mic setting. So if they're going to do modern New Mutants era, include Second Coming and Age of X, I don't think it'll include the entire Age of X. That was more of a Mike Carey thing. Second Coming, probably not. I think that was more of an X-Men crossover. Omar, do you know what you guys are mapping? Yeah, I thought I said magic. Didn't I say magic? I think I hinted at it. I was trying to be witty. When are we getting... Oh, I answered that already. They already dropped the ball with Bendis Avengers. Should have contained all his series and events into one line. But they didn't, right? He didn't. I mean, House of M, I understand. Like, that doesn't need to be included in there. Nothing came out of House of M. It affected the mutants more than Avengers. And Civil War, I mean, let's face it, Mark Miller wasn't talking to anybody. He was doing his own thing. And those issues are read fine alone. Secret Invasion, however, I think that needs to be in volume 2. Or at least I would map it with volume 2. And the X titles announcements, yes. Yes. The complete collection trades didn't include Secret Invasion, so I feel like the Omni will follow the same mapping. Siege probably won't include it either. Keep in mind, the Modern Era Epic Collection of Thor did not include Siege, but the Omnibus does. Omnibus and Modern Era mappings are different. But at the end of the day, it is their... I've already had conversations about... Oh, they did get back to me about Fall and... hold on one second. So I did ask for the additions. I asked for the wedding special to be added to the Fall and Rise... the Fall of House of X and Rise of Powers of X. And I did hear back from them. They're not part of this storyline. The wedding special is outside of this. And as far as Heir to Apocalypse, there's just a smiley face that says more to come. And that's all I got. So you guys have the same answer I did. Omar should take after Jess and not drink. Oh, I'm sure. That's the responsible thing to do. New Avengers will probably be New Avengers 32 to 64, Illuminati miniseries. I hope that I think volume 1 sold pretty well. I know that the DM cover's out of print already. Annuals 2 and 3, and the New Avengers finale. The other one-shots by Bendis. You should watch those shows, Bruce. How much he means to you. The young ones. Do you think we might ever get a reprint of Batman the Demon Trilogy hardcover? I don't think we've had any reprints of those magazine-size collections, so I don't know. That's a hard one. I haven't seen a single reprint of any of those. So I'm going to say for the moment, no. Did your contact get back to you about Daredevil Zdarsky? No, not yet. Not yet. I promise if they get back to me before the end of the stream, I will let you know. Will we ever get a... Yeah, I think with DC right now, it's kind of... They're firing on all cylinders. They're coming out with Omnis that we have been asking for years. No. So as far as reprints, that is ultimately up to you fine, wonderful people. The reprint poll will go up, I think, February and March. Peter and I are already working on it behind the scenes. I think we're going to kick it off with an Image hardcover reprint to send to my contact over there. And we may have to contact some creators because ultimately it's up to not just Image, but the creators themselves to reprint a hardcover. So make sure you vote for those. And then we're going to kick it off with Marvel and then DC, like we did last year. And I think, everybody benefits from that. It's wonderful. Finished watching DBZ today. I couldn't believe how dumb and bad of a father Goku was. Jeez. Vegeta's the man. Hey, love.
This was a good one.
What's that from? Who's that from? Oh. Okay. Oh, this is from my buddy Ron. Let's see. I think this is a press kit, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to open it live. Let's see what's in here. Melanie is not gone yet. Oh my God, that's Juan Jimenez's? Oh, it's a new, I think it's a new thing that okay, maybe I shouldn't show this. Because he told me that they're working on something. Okay. Let me get with him and see if I can show this a little bit later. But it does have Juan Jimenez's name, which is one of my all-time favorite artists. Love that guy's art. If you're not familiar with him, Meta Barons, to the person that was asking. Also, who said you need to be drunk for drunk YouTubing? True. Whenever you're getting Masterworks announcements, I don't care. I just want Omar to think he's reading the same. I feel like sometimes I'm stuck in a loop. Yes, collect all Bendis' work into one line, then burn the line. Come here. Give me a kiss, baby. Omar, upcoming map my ex. Where are we mapping? Magic. Dame un beso. Te quiero. Yes, you can. I get up. Dame un beso. All right. Have fun. Text me when you get there. House of M affected Avengers, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Hawkeye, all affected. I don't want to spoil what happens, but not really. Like, if you think about one character you just mentioned in here, I don't want to spoil what happens in House of M for people that haven't read it. Because I'll be honest, these story arcs go nowhere. Absolutely nowhere, with the exception of one, and you don't need to read House of M to see that how it plays out. That's just my thought. What Omni? It is the Matt Fraction, or no, I'm sorry, the Thor by JMS and Kieran Gill in Omnibus. They added it in there. It wasn't solicited to be in there, but you all asked to be added, so they did. Also want Fear Itself. Fear Itself is in the Matt Fraction Omnibus, but you want the Fear Itself like with all the tie-ins and Fearless. Suicide Squad, the John Ostrander Suicide Squad Volume 1 comes out later this year. Very excited for it. Map different than trade paperbacks, by the way. I want an Etrigan Omnibus so much. The John Byrne one? Omar, is that an autographed David Nakayama Phoenix? Yeah, David's a nice guy. I got to I've interviewed him and I got to meet him at New York Comic Con. Or no, C2, that was C2E2. Will the Avengers Fairy Tale 3 be in Young Avengers epics? It's a Young Avengers story with Cassie as the main hero. I don't know. I need a. No, we went over the content of Young Avengers epics, so I don't know where it'll be collected though. Because when does that take place? Apparently there are places that are out of stock with Zdarsky's Daredevil. That is the Uncanny Omar. Is that Jason? What's up, Jason? Melanie, come back. We miss you. Omar's bad with comments. What are you talking about? I'm reading your comment. Right now, I'd love for an announcement to reprint the first Spider-Gwen Omni, or an announcement for Spider-Gwen Modern Era Epic Collections, or an announcement for Spider-Man Renew Your Vows would be so good. Dang it. With the latest round of announcements, have you already announced the book that you're most excited to announce, or is it still to come? For my personal taste, I still don't have January. So let me look at the list really quick. There's a book in here that people have been freaking asking me about for years. So, and that happens a lot, right? Like when you make announcements for so long, like you just kind of get used to people asking for the same book over and over. But this one here, it makes sense. Let's see. No, a lot of these announcements, it's me being really happy for people. Seriously. Okay, there is one in here that I'm like, and I will say there is one that they're working on. I hope it happens. And I got that ball rolling, so I hope it happens. And oh my gosh. And if it doesn't happen, I guess that's okay. They really tried. Daredevil by Zdarsky, both covers are out of print. They just got back to me. So whoever's asking about the covers. No, it doesn't. It is the Uncanny Omar. Is that James or Jason? I can't tell. Does David Gabriel know we need Defenders Omnibus Volume 3 and Captain Marvel Omnibus 2? Inhumans. That would just be Geo asking. No. I bet the majority of people. I think they know. I mean, they know. And I'm sure they want to continue those series too. I'm surprised the Hulk by Loeb Omni wasn't reprinted, or Red Hulk post Loeb. Oh, given the Red Hulk is in the movie. Yeah, I think sometimes they don't. I mean, since they have to plan ahead so far, they don't really know what the studio is doing. They don't really talk like that, right? You figure they would, but it just doesn't happen. What Fantastic Four run would I recommend? John Byrne, the classic Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Mark Waid, Jonathan Hickman. And the latest one, Ryan North, is killing it. And saludos de Perú. Oh, yo nací en Perú, pero estoy viviendo acá desde el 87. So what did you think of the X-Men Adventures Omnibus when you read it, Omar? You seem to enjoying it considering how long the overview went. Oh, just because it's long doesn't mean I enjoy it. Look how long my new Avengers Omnibus overview was. I didn't enjoy that at all. I like the art. That's cool. And more power to you, because I think the majority really loves that. Said Daredevil Zdarsky. Let me double check that it's both covers, by the way. That's a good. But they did say. Okay, I'll get back to you. Hoping for a sooner than later reprint of Zdarsky's Daredevil. So is Volume 1 still in print then? Omar, any word from David about that box set? Oh, dang it. I was just on the phone with him. Why didn't I ask him? Why can't you people be in my brain 24/7? Please remember to ask about Daredevil McKay trade paperbacks. So I don't have to put it on eBay. Oh, I'm sure. Don't buy it on eBay. Just wait. Avengers Fairy Tales 3 is a dream issue Cassie is having with the Young Avengers and Tigra and Alice. When does it take, or when was that written though? Rank the Legion of Superheroes from best to worst. Oh my god. Chlorophyll Kid, Kid Psycho, Anti-Lad. Look up the costume. Okay, Matter Eater. I know Stone Boy. I know Command Kid. John, this is an awful question. The only one I don't know is Chlorophyll Kid. All right, let me look up this. I don't know that one. All right, let's see. That's a dumb costume. Okay. Anti-Lad. Okay. Anti-Lad. You specifically wanted me to look up this costume, though. Okay. Does he have a helmet on, or is that a butt on his head? You got to be brave to wear that. Okay. So for me, since I didn't know them, I'm gonna go with Command Kid, Kid Psycho, Stone Boy, Matter Eater Lad, Bouncing Boy, Chlorophyll Kid, and then Anti-Lad, because that costume is awful. You do not want us in your brain 24/7. And sometimes I need the company though. What Chlorophyll Kid is in the Substitute Heroes? What Star Omnibus would most likely end up containing all the Crimson Empire stories? Didn't I already announce that one? The Crimson, or are you talking about the classic stuff? Would that be the New Republic? I got Volume 2 in the mail yesterday from InStock. Arrived perfectly. Awesome. So yes, sorry, let me get back. Yep, both covers are out of print. Daredevil by Zdarsky. That was fast. I know they're trying to keep close to the pre-orders. Where are these characters from the chat? Legion of Superheroes. DC Comics. Who would you cast as Catwoman, Power Girl, and Black Cat? From Christina Hendricks, Salma Hayek, and Sydney Sweeney. You left my girl out, though, man. How are you going to leave out Kat Dennings? Oh, Kat Dennings could play. Anyway, I'm trying to pay attention here. I think this is the most thought I've put into any of the questions today. Christina Hendricks as Power Girl, Sydney Sweeney as a Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat, and then Catwoman as Salma Hayek as Catwoman. I have 4 Omnis now. DD Batman. What's up, BK's Bullets? DC versus Marvel combo, and Moon Knight. Which Moon Knight? Hopefully I can stop there. No, you can't stop there. Kat Dennings for a Jim Arab Catwoman. How is Volume 1 still available at a good price with Volume 2 gone so quickly? They always print less than Volume 2s. Each volume sells less and less than the previous volume. Isn't Sweeney Jean Grey? Is she? Omar, one more question about Marvel Masterworks. Is there a chance Marvel will continue the Uncanny X-Men line, Volume 17? Yeah, of course. They're already thinking about the 80s. Oh, the Finch Moon Knight. So you've got the Charlie Houston stuff. Yeah, that stuff is solid. Most anticipated movie this year? Superman. Superman, my brother. The Onslaught Aftermath DM cover will be Steve Epting, yes, instead of Joe Mad, because that issue is no longer collected in that omnibus. That, I'm sure, will be a Trial of Gambit omnibus, and that story is awful. But I like the art. I was out of comics when that came out. I'm a freaking pro, baby. I will talk about X-Men all day, every day, even if I hate it. Do you have any idea which characters will be spotlighted for the next Marvel Premiere Collection? I know that Fantastic Four by Hickman. What was the other line? Just the ones that have already been solicited. Bye, Kane. Go and run some errands, and we will see you next time. Omar, I'm asking about Crimson Empire, you idiot. Crimson Reigns, the one I... Okay, I added the idiot in there. I'm so sorry. You did not call me that. Yeah, wouldn't that be in the New Republic? Like, because it's not out yet. It would be in the New Republic. It would be in future volumes. Because I know they released them as part of the New Republic Modern Era Epic Collection. So it would be in, like, I guess, New Republic Volume 3? Not new modern, just regular. Or I'm asking about Crimson Empire. Nothing you already announced. Got it. I hope I answered your question. This is why I'm tired of X-Men. It's more about the stories that are awful than why you all like it. Because, I mean, that's life, though, right? You got to go through the bad to get to the good. You can't appreciate something good in life if you don't go through the bad. This is what I was telling Melanie. This is funny because I had this conversation with Melanie. She was reading Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 1. Loved it. Actually loved it. Got to Volume 2. After John Byrne left, she stopped. She could not finish the Man-Thing storyline, which I get. It's the introduction of Lee Forrester, that story, right? 144. And she dropped it. She's like, I can't do this. Just tell me where to go from here. And I was like, what do you mean where do you go? You read everything. You're not going to drop a book because you're not like... And then I was like, that's when I said, how do you appreciate the bad if you can't... Or the good if you can't go through the bad? So that's life. That's manga. That's anime. How do you, like, my kids, we don't watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. We don't watch that nonsense. We watch straight up Dragon Ball Z. None of this Dragon Ball Z catering to viewers that are like, oh, I can't watch the planet Namek blow up for like 5 episodes. You ain't real, man. You can't watch 5 episodes of a planet blowing up. That's just the way it is, man. Every day can't be Christmas. My man. That's true. Got to go through the bad to appreciate the good, my brothers and sisters. When you said Salma Hayek as Catwoman, I got slapped on the arm by my wife for an alleged smile on my face. You're welcome. Tell your wifey I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's on me. That's also, unfortunately, the world we live in. You have every right. You can skip everything you want to nowadays. You can go on Netflix, and yeah, like, that's the thing about, like, kids these days. They don't understand what it was like for us that are older. Like, we appreciated every single episode of Dragon Ball Z because it wasn't translated into English. So all the bootleg videos that I used to have, no matter, like, Garlic, who the heck wants to watch a Garlic Jr. saga? But I appreciated the crap out of them because they weren't available in English. So they were really nice, like, to me. But yeah, Claremont, ups and downs. Well, for me, it was always a lot of ups, though. More so than JLA, Morrison, Like, even my favorite manga of all time, Berserk, has its downers. So wait, does that mean 90% of X-Men is unreadable? Warren, did you just come into the chat to just start screaming negativity? No, other way around. Omar, to squash some FOMO, usually when a new Omni goes out of print real quick, Marvel has restocked it pretty quickly within a few months. Yeah, because some jerk on the internet makes them aware that it went out of print really quick or out of stock. I guess I don't know. Lately, they haven't. They don't want to because they want to prevent the things from going into liquidation, right? And I don't know. I will let them know, though, that it's out of print. Was there anything else that was out of print? If y'all let me know, I can send an email. You like the Garlic Jr. saga, but you're complaining about bad X-Men stories? God bless you, Josh. I still carry resentment from the 90s for Spider-Man and the X-Men. I love both of them, and they both eventually became so bad. Oh, yeah, so bad that I stopped reading comics for a while. Absolutely, I'm with you. Omar, what's up? Coming in the bestest channel ever this week. Thank you so much, Big Stu. A lot of things are up in the air because I'm still waiting on packages. So if I don't get them, I'll kind of have. Good thing I'm reading all the time, so I'll have to make up some stuff on the spot. Tomorrow is an announcement. Marvel Omnibus, and then the I, Renee Tardy complete box set overview. That was a work of art. Monday is my overview of Bendis and Malev's Daredevil Omnibus Volume 2, and then Map My X is back at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's a live show where we're mapping magic. Tuesday is another Marvel Omnibus announcement. The Marvel trades are back. Wednesday is the video that I'm hoping to do a reading order back. I don't know. Depends on how much time I have. It's a lot. I may have to borrow from my early work. See if I can re-edit some things. That's all I've got so far because a lot of things are up in the air. Alan Moore's writing advice for new writers is to read both good and bad writing to differentiate one from the other. Alan Moore is a wise wizard. Omar, I completely agree with you. That is why I'm forcing myself to read X-Men Volume 1 before I read Volume 1 and 2. Ooh, yeah. Like that. And back to what Josh was saying, that is the beauty of living in today's like society, right? I mean, it's both the beauty and the curse. Kids don't have to. They can just skip episodes. Dude, you can go on Netflix and be like, next. You don't have to watch the intros anymore. Like, you don't have to sit through commercials. I don't know. Maybe it's just nostalgia for me. Garden Jr. wasn't bad. Dude, I remember in the forums that I joined early on, it was regarded as awful. Omar, tell Marvel to keep everything in print all at once so no one misses out. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, the first one? You know how I know you're American. You didn't import. You called it Dead Zone. That ain't the name. Dude, Rob and I got into one of our biggest biggest nerd argument. He was like, dude, there's a new Dragon Ball Z movie. And I was like, no, there's not. Now, keep in mind, this is like before the new movies started coming out. And I'm like, what the heck is the Dragon Ball Z movie? What are you talking about? There's not a new Dragon Ball. I'll keep up with this. And he was like, no, man, I'm serious. There's a new Dragon Z movies. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, dude, it's called Wrath of the Dragon. And I was like, what the heck is Wrath of the Dragon? I didn't know in America they had started changing the names of the movies. So it was the last movie that came out, the one where, what's his name? Trunks ends up getting his sword. And I was like, what? Wrath of the Dragon? You mean Dragon Fist Explosion? If Goku can't win? No, won't do it. Who will? Yeah. And I think, the first one was Dead Zone, right? The American version was Dead Zone. I think it's just called In Pursuit of Garlic in the original Japanese version. She's getting a new series dropping this week. Get issue 1. Hey guys, there are only 151 likes and 235 people watching. Hit that. Thank you, Tina, for that. Mapping magic or mapping magic? Maybe a little both. Omar, I've been really loving Ryan North's Fantastic Four, so I ordered Mark Waid's Omni. What other FF series should I check out outside of Hickman? I really enjoyed John Byrne's run, and there's nothing wrong with going with the classics, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Volume 2 of the Omnibus. It's so good. Does DC ever reprint box sets? Not that I'm aware of. No. It's called The Dead Zone Tree of Might and World's Strongest. Okay. Calm down, Gaijin. Calm down. The strongest in the world, you mean? Oh, what was the one that was like, I think it's the 4th movie. In America, it's the like Lord Slug, I think. But I think in Japan, it was Super Saiyan God Goku with a question mark. I think that's what it was called. It was a ridiculous name. I don't mind when they change the names, by the way. It doesn't matter to me. Starscream 1988. What's up, dude? Hi, Omar. Thank you for your show. Not to be the Debbie Downer, but I had missed it for the last 3 weeks. I was taking care of my mom. She just left us on Monday. I'm sorry, man. And thank you so much for sharing. I hope you and your family are doing okay. Yeah, you're a good son. Taking care of your mom, man. Magic number 1 was fire. Do you think Green Lantern by Ron Morris has a better chance of being an Omni or DC Finest? I mean, they've tried it with trade paperbacks. We got one compendium. Not compendium. I don't think they have faith in Ron Mars's Green Lantern. It would really surprise me if they release them in omnibus format. I think they're gonna go the DC Finest route. Going into overtime. Oh yeah. Going in over. Melanie ain't here to stop me. 5 more questions. Yes. 5 more questions, guys. 5 more questions. And Starscream, man, thoughts and prayers for you, brother. You and your family, man. For real. Any chance of a reprint of Big Damn? It's been printed twice, so there is a chance. Would prefer to have it in a bigger size in one collection and don't want to pay over cover price. I think it will come back to print. You need 2 more hours. I need more caffeine. Really sorry for your loss. I lost mine some time back, but it still hurts. I don't think that hurt ever goes away. Dude, thank you, Eric. That package was so beautiful. You made me have manly eye sweat on a live stream, you jerk. And I'm doing okay. I don't know if I'll ever be good again, but I'm doing okay, and I will take okay over some bad days anytime. Also, you are going to pick up Isekai Affair 10 years after defeating the Demon King. The hero cheats on his wife, the warrior woman who lost her husband series. Yes, a real title. See, like back in the late 90s, American title would have been like Otherworld Journey or something stupid like that. Stanley's FF was violently sexist, super hard to read without cringing. Oh, but I mean, product of its time, right? Whenever my kids read that stuff, they're always like, this is 1961, 62, and 63. They knew who their target audience were, right? Like they were young boys at the time. So yeah, absolutely. The treatment of women wasn't, but I will say, like, at least they acknowledge it though. Like there are a lot of stories that acknowledge that when Stanley was still writing FF. Honestly, Sue Storm, William, stream until Melanie comes here. Sue Storm really didn't get developed until the John Byrne era. I think he made her a really strong and powerful character. What are your thoughts on the X-Men manga? It's okay. It's okay. I'm hoping for Green Lantern Omni, specifically Bronze Age and post-crisis, but of course post-crisis writers' songs. You're not a fan of you're talking okay, I'm sorry. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I don't even say that dude's name on my streams. I just let people look up. I am so torn. Like, I don't like the end of Krakoa era, but I love the art, and I don't know if I want the omnibus or not. It's an X-Men omnibus in the end, right? I have talked to them about mapping, and I think mapping is very important to enjoy that book. So it is an X-Men omnibus in the end. You're absolutely right. Sue Storm was a real bee, even in the Falco run, screaming on everyone, Namoring all the time. I don't know. I think Byrne really made her into a strong and powerful character, for real. PSA for everyone, Crushing Crisis, my buddy Peter, who's joining me on Monday and on Thursday. Oh, wait, Thursdays are Evergreen, DC Evergreen. I do know that. That's at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday Eastern Time. We're doing the DC Events Evergreen, and it's going to be a full house, so I can't wait for that. But my buddy Peter is starting streaming on Sundays at 4 p.m., so make sure to check out his stuff. What manga titles you want in deluxe edition? Oh, yeah, that's right. I've been working on that for 6 years now. Have you ever interviewed or entertained the idea of interviewing Lars on the Wizard Years? We thought about it, and if he wants to, it's all up to him. Absolutely. What's your favorite Omni all-time singular and series? Your favorite cover design? Okay, I'll answer one of these because it is on overtime, and I got to get going because I got to shovel my driveway again. Favorite cover design, favorite DC and Marvel character. Favorite DC, Nightwing, Marvel, Wolverine. Favorite Omni, Uncanny 3, and Gotham Central from DC. Cover design. Off the top of my head, I like the lenticular cover for the DC Villains book. That was really cool. I wish they would do more of those gimmicky covers. As far as artwork, oh man. Wolverine probably that's a hard one. What? Wait, I said I would answer one of the questions. Dang it. You got me. Thanks. Needs to check out Peter's stream. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you, Phenomenal AC. Also, you're such a gatekeeper. You only recognize the Japanese titles. Japanese titles? I'm not a gatekeeper. You can call it whatever you want to, man. Is Green Lantern by Robert Venditti Omnibus and Jonah Hex Omnibus delayed or canceled? Neither one are canceled. Lenticular Excalibur covers were so cool. Probably why I bought X-Men. Sue was a bad A from the beginning. Alicia was an essential piece as well. Definitely of its time, but they were pushing back on norms at the time, and they've come a long way since. Take care, Omar, and my fellow mentees. All right, that's it, everybody. I am out of here. I went into overtime for a couple more minutes. I want to thank everybody for being here. Check out cheapgraphicnovels.com. They're having a sale, and keep in mind, if you live in America, there are delays because not only the storms that we got here on the east, but the west also has fires going on in California. So everybody, please take care of yourself. Stay safe out there. And until next time, until Monday, I'll be live Monday. And if you want to join us for the AMA, that's part of our Patreon. That's the Ask Me Anything. Oh, I can talk about the announcements and things I couldn't say, or things, how the phone call went a little bit better. Let me give you more hints. But that's it, everybody. Have a wonderful day.